Welcome to Aspen Leading Edge. I'm Patty Roberts from St. Mary's University School of Law, and today's guest is Marisa Cianciarulo. She is the new dean of Western State College of Law in California. She was announced May 3rd, 2023, and began in July of 2023. Welcome, Dean Cianciarulo.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Congratulations on your new position. And why don't you start by telling us a little bit about your journey to the deanship?
Well, thank you. Yes. And I think that journey was an unexpected journey. When I entered legal education in 2003, it was as a clinical teaching fellow at Villanova Law School. And I really just saw myself continuing in that direction. And in 2006, I started a clinic at Chapman University School of Law in Orange, California. And as I grew as a professor and as a scholar, I started to take on more and more responsibility within the school, eventually becoming the Associate Dean for Academic Affairs. And then I was appointed interim dean, I think, towards the end of 2020. So all of it, I say, is very unexpected because each new thing that I did, I never really saw myself doing. And then when I started doing it, I not only enjoyed it, the work, but I enjoyed the trust and the confidence of my team members. And I think that's what really continued to encourage me to take on the new responsibilities, both at Chapman and then ultimately at Western State. Western State reached out to me when they were engaging in a dean search. I had known of Western State for many years. They are a close neighbor of my prior institution. They're right down the road from Orange in Irvine and had been in Fullerton for a long time, also very close. So they're a very well-respected school. We've been around for close to 60 years. So when they invited me to apply for the deanship, I was really honored and also very excited about the opportunity. So here I am.
Here you are. Well, congratulations. That's really wonderful. And as a clinician, I love hearing that you had clinical roots. There are an increasing number of people in the clinic community, I think, who are considering or exploring possible dean positions. And I'm so happy to see that because I think the skill set and the experiences prepare us well in clinics for the kind of demands of a dean position. So congratulations to you.
Thank you. And I couldn't agree more.
The law school where you are serving as dean now, Western State College of Law, you said that it's 60 years old. Tell us, for those who don't know or aren't familiar with Western State College of Law, could you tell us some more about it? Who do you serve? What the size is? Anything you think that our listeners might be interested in?
Absolutely. Western State is one of 3 ADA accredited law schools in Orange County. We're by far the oldest, having been in existence since 1966. We serve an incredibly diverse student population. We are the largest Latinx serving law school in California in terms of the percentage-wise of our student body. Our students often go into various public service jobs. Many of them are deputy DAs, deputy public defenders. We have a number in California government doing policy and regulatory work. 2 of our alumni are the district attorneys for counties in California. We have a number of alums who are deeply committed to their communities and to also giving back to the Western State community. They are incredibly proud of being alums of this school, and they are very supportive of our current students. So it's as I said, it's a very diverse community from many different backgrounds, students who are starting law school as a second career, who are raising children while going to law school and or caring for elderly relatives. So we do as much as we can to protect that access for them. We have evening classes. We have a true part-time program where students take their classes in the evening after work. So that is, I think, pretty much who our community is, who we're serving.
Fantastic. And I know the law school is in a relatively new chapter, not only because they have a new dean, but in 2019, you all were taken over by Westcliff University, or they became your parent partners, Westcliff University in Irvine, California. And if you could share a little bit about the benefits of that relationship and how that partnership is evolving.
Absolutely. Yeah, Westcliff University is a 30-year-old university right here in Irvine, serving an incredibly diverse population of students as well. Large number of international students. Like the law school, we have a high population of first-gen students, students from immigrant backgrounds and immigrant families. So there are a lot of shared values between Western State and Westcliff, and we have found just a lot of support there. They have been great partners with us, and I think they are excited to have a law school as part of their university. And we're excited to be part of a university that serves, like we do, such a diverse population. So that's been a great partnership.
Are you developing any programs with the university specifically for the law school?
We are. The university has a College of Business that has an MBA program. We have JD students who are doing the JD MBA, and we are also starting an entrepreneurial legal clinic here at the law school where students will work with MBA students to help develop business plans for small businesses, for startups. Westcliff also has a small business incubator program, and we hope to be able to draw some of our clients from that program. So we're really excited about partnering with Westcliff on this new entrepreneurship clinic. I think it's a really important way to go in terms of the future of legal education and legal services, small businesses and startups who are kind of in between LegalZoom, where what they need, they can't just do online by themselves, but neither can they pay extraordinary amounts of money for a private law firm to take their case and get their business started for them. So we serve that niche of small business who could very much benefit from the expertise of law professor supervised law students who also will have the opportunity to work with MBA students.
It's really terrific. It's one of the clinics on my bucket list for St. Mary's because of the transactional experience it gives. I think so often our clinics in law schools are often litigation focused. Having that kind of interdisciplinary business experience and a transactional opportunity to represent clients is really terrific. So congratulations on that. As long as we're talking about clinics, share what other clinics you have or are developing at Western State.
Absolutely. We just launched this past fall our immigration clinic, which does deportation defense as well as other types of immigration petitions. So that is directly serving the community. We could not be more excited about the launch of that clinic, led by Professor Sabrina Rivera. So that when it's up and running and students are enrolled and representing clients and getting all of the wonderful hands-on experience that clinics uniquely provide to our students.
You mentioned you have a part-time program as well as a full-time program. Do you have any opportunities for people who might not be ready for a full law degree or don't have a need for a full law degree, but still would like some legal training?
We do. We are starting, hopefully early next year, our master's in legal compliance with a concentration in health law. So this will be for non-lawyers in legal adjacent jobs or jobs where they're doing a lot of regulatory compliance type of work, where a master's would really give them a competitive edge in their career and the additional knowledge that they need to really excel at what they're doing. Healthcare is a growing industry across the country, but especially here in Southern California and Orange County, where we have a number of major health systems and just a huge population of people who are working in what I call law adjacent jobs. So we're very excited about launching that program. We're putting it together, building content, hiring professors, recruiting students, marketing for between now and the beginning of 2025, and fully expect to have our first cohort of students attending classes, which will be virtual, in summer of 2025.
What a terrific opportunity, not only for the students you will serve, but for the healthcare community. That's one thing. We have a healthcare compliance master's of jurisprudence here, and certainly our graduates have found it very beneficial to their career in the health field. So you mentioned there were 3 schools in Orange County, 3 law schools, is that right?
3 ABA accredited.
3 ABA accredited law schools in Orange County. So I wonder if you would share for those who may not be as familiar with Western State College of Law, why should a student choose yours out of the 3 in Orange County? What makes you distinctive and should make Western State on anybody's short list who thinks they'd like to go to law school in California and particularly Orange County?
The first thing I would say is the genuine dedication of our faculty and staff and alumni to the success of our current students. I have been at other law schools and they're wonderful, wonderful places, but I have never seen a team as dedicated to student well-being as the faculty and staff here at Western State. The faculty are always enthusiastic about attending student events, about coaching mock trial or moot court, about being involved with advising student organizations in ways large and small. They literally show up for our students. I always see a good deal of our faculty at all of the events that we have here. And I think that really says a lot about the commitment of our faculty to our students. It's beyond office hours. It's beyond providing feedback, but they do that too. We have mandatory midterm exams in our courses, and our faculty in the middle of the semester not only write and administer an exam, but take the time to give written feedback to our students so to help them prepare for the final exam. We have an academic success team of 5, which is quite substantial for a law school of our size. And so we have this very personalized attention for students, irrespective of their level of success in law school. There is a culture here of students who are from the student who is really struggling to the student who just kind of wants to understand things a little bit better, availing themselves of our wonderful academic success team. Our career services team gets our students jobs. Our job placement numbers are very, very strong, and that's because of the commitment of our team. Student services, financial aid, everyone here is just incredibly dedicated to students. And the same goes for our alums. We have an alumni base of over 10,000, and they also literally show up for our students. They come to events, they hire them, they mentor them, they teach here. So there's just a level of pride that's like family pride that is just kind of imbues the entire experience here. So I think that's what sets us apart and makes it just an extraordinarily special place to be.
Sounds like a tremendously supportive environment and a terrific culture for law students and faculty and staff to work in. So you've started this summer. You've been, I'm sure, on your listening tour, right? As a new dean, you're hearing from all the stakeholders, alumni, faculty, staff, and students about what they'd like to see the College of Law focus on. And at this point, you must be starting to think about your own goals for your deanship. And I wonder if you would share with us what some of those are and the directions you would like to take Western State College of Law in the coming years.
Absolutely. Yeah, I really want to, first of all, continue to ensure that we are serving our community the best way possible. So having the support there that we need for our students, living up to our responsibility of serving such a diverse community and making sure that it is inclusive as possible and recognizes that everyone is coming from different circumstances. They're encountering different challenges. And we are really good at that. But to me, that is something that you can continuously improve because everything is always changing. People are changing. Their circumstances are changing. And so one of my primary goals is that we continue to listen to students, know where they're coming from, and be able to anticipate the things they're going to need help with and respond to it really effectively. A kind of more numbers-based, concrete goal for us, I'd really like to get our first-time bar pass rate up. Our students have a very high ultimate bar pass rate. California has, I think we're now maybe the second highest cut score in the country. So the second most difficult bar, if not the first. And it's a real challenge to prepare students effectively for the exam, especially when, our students are working, they are pursuing their careers and dealing with all of the outside challenges that we have to deal with as well. So I think helping them past that first hurdle on the first try is really important to me. Our students can absolutely do it. And we have an incredible academic support and bar prep team here that is very much up to the challenge. So that's one of the current things that we're working on. I would also very much like to see us continue to grow our online education, both our master's in legal compliance programs. Healthcare is the first of what I hope will be several, but also exploring this newer world of the online JD. I see that as an equity and access issue. I think what prevents a lot of people who have an aptitude for a legal career not pursue it are issues related to childcare, supporting a family, mobility issues, health issues, and online education eliminates a lot of the obstacles that those issues present. Not completely, but at least the logistical aspect of it, which is often an insurmountable one. So I would really like to see us explore ways that we can provide even more access to legal education to people who would otherwise not see themselves pursuing it.
Well, I applaud your plan to explore the possibility of offering. St. Mary's now has its second cohort of 25 students entirely online in a part-time program. And the need and the interest nationally with the applications that we're seeing is extraordinary. So any law schools who want to pursue this path, I think will find the same, that there is a need for students who just don't have the privilege of being able to take 3 or 4 years out of their lives and their current livelihood, their family situation, to do a residential program. So if we can be helpful in any way, please let us know.
Thank you.
The final question I want to ask is one I ask all guests, and that is, what do you see as the future of legal education in the coming decade? I know we talked about a lot of changes that are already happening, and certainly online is one of them, but if you can expand on how you think online education might continue to evolve in the coming decade and any other changes you foresee.
Yeah, absolutely. I think online education, not only the need for it, but the capability for it is going to continue to increase. So we always have these incredible, wonderful advances in technology. The thought of having a class on something called Zoom 5 years ago or 6 years ago is pretty much unheard of, right? And now it is commonplace. And I think as we continue to see those technological advances that also include the technology being accessible to more and more people, online education will continue to be refined and improved and eventually be at least as enriching. So in addition to increasing educational opportunities and access to legal education through technology, also have the issue of AI, right, which is on everyone's mind right now. How is legal education going to respond to it? How is the legal profession going to respond to it? And I think with anything, legal education has a big role to play in these new innovations that can seem kind of threatening, right? Everyone says, okay, well, everyone can just go on and use AI to be their own lawyer. And I think we're seeing already how that is absolutely not true. Even lawyers aren't able to use AI to be lawyers. We still need lawyers. And a big part of lawyering is the human interaction and sitting down with someone who is listening to you and who is 100% your advocate. So I think the responsibility for legal educators in this new era of AI is teaching our students how to use it, how to be respectful of it, and how to understand their continued importance in the legal system, even though we now have these new tools we can use to be lawyers. So I think that's another big factor in legal education is not only using the technology to our benefit, but also teaching us how to make it a partner, not an enemy, not a crutch, but just another tool we use as we're helping people access justice.
Very well put. Yes, there's a lot of work to be done, and I'm not sure we're even close to scratching the surface, right? At our law schools, we've got to really figure out intentionally how to best train our students to use this in the way that you describe as a partner. Well, I thank you so much for spending time with us. I again congratulate you on your first year of deaning at Western State College of Law. Thank you for being a guest, and good luck as you finish up that first year.
Thank you, Patricia, and thank you again for having me today.
Thanks. If you enjoyed what you heard today and you want to hear additional conversations with thought leaders in the Academy, please check out Aspen Leading Edge Podcasts page for further episodes. You can also find additional episodes on Apple, Amazon, Spotify, and Google. Thanks again.